Hi everyone. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about learning languages. As a beginner, I don't know everything that there is to know about language learning, and for me, it seems so unassuring. And when I was going on to YouTube and I'm looking on the social media platforms, and when I was reading books, I found that it was hard to find people who were like me, beginners at such a young age, a minor under 18, and someone I could really look up to. I found myself watching YouTubers who were typically in their 20s, almost to their 30s, and for me, language learning seems like it had to be for a certain age group. And today, I just want to close that gap and I want to share reassurance that yes, you can learn languages at a young age, and that it's okay to be scared and to be nervous when doing it because it's such cliche in that group. So today I'm going to break that cliche and we're going to talk about some things and books and materials that I like to use when I'm learning languages. In particular, I'm going to talk about French, which I started about 3 months ago. My French journey has been not hard, but it's been tedious. French was definitely different from other languages I have known, of course. As a native English speaker, English came along, easily for me. I'm a high reader. I've been in top language classes in my school, and I've always been confident in my ability with English. However, when it came to other languages, it was a new battlefield for me, which posed a new challenge. So I put myself up to that challenge and I said, you know what, I'm going to do this. And here I am. Uh, I am currently learning Spanish, French, and Korean. I just started Korean not too long ago. I've only used about a few apps. I've practiced mainly the Hangul Mal alphabet, and my knowledge is limited to like 안녕하세요, or and I know that was probably wrong. Oh, dang, that probably was wrong. Please forgive me. Uh, but just that even making mistakes is important in that language learning journey. And so that's what I want to share with you guys. So first off, I'm going to start with some materials that I have with me to show you guys. Most of these materials you might not be able to find in stores. I actually found a lot of this at yard sales and online. I found them at secondhand bookstores. I was in a bookstore in northern Idaho, and I found these amazing French vocabulary flashcards. Now, there's about 100 of these. There's so many. As you can see, it's just filled with flashcards. These would be all the flashcards right here. And they really helped just taking out like a deck of 10 and then going over them once a week or so. And they start out with verbs like avoir and soit, just really basic things that'll get you along. It doesn't teach you really much the conjugations. However, I found that it's just easier to have these verbs rolling through my head and knowing what they mean. So that way, when I go ahead and learn the conjugations for them in books, I'll know, oh, okay, that's the verb. It ends in IR, it ends in RE, it ends in ER. And so I'll know what to do for je. So, avoir, j'ai, so AI, and avoir, of course, is an irregular verb. We also see those in Spanish a lot too, but it's just a good way to get started. All right. Secondly, I have French grammar for beginners. So the camera doesn't really reflect it. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you what it looks like. It's about a tannish color with an orange title on it. I found it on Amazon for about $14. Um, Now, this book, I love this book. It was my first French book. I completed it. It has a 30-day program. So in it, you'll also get audio and where to find the audio, and it'll just tell you everything that you need to know. I I loved it, of course. The problem with this book was I did find a few grammar mistakes that did make it a bit confusing. Sometimes the sentences were worded awkwardly, and when I asked people who did speak French, they'd be like, "Oh no, that's not right." So if you're okay with like tiny mistakes occasionally in the sentences or just anything that might throw you off, I think this book would be good for you. It's like a 30-day exercise for your brain. It definitely gave me a lot of insight. I'm still learning from it. If I ever need review, I just go back here, review the lessons that I did for each day, typically the ones that are around like day 30 and the bonus day, which was the last day. And those will kind of help me just get ready for the next step. All right, right here we have Living Language Essentials. So this is the first book in the Living Language French series. So with this book, it teaches you pretty much everything that you'll find in French for Beginners. It's a little bit shorter, I would say. There's more lessons in the French for Beginners than there are in the Living Language. However, what I like about Living Language is how it teaches you the words and how it's always making you read through and do review. I really do enjoy that, and it's made language learning for me so much easier. And it's brought my confidence level up a lot because I know after finishing French Grammar for Beginners, uh, I was really unprepared. I don't want to say that I was unprepared, but I want to say I was nervous and I was anxious about language learning, and I didn't know the exact prospects of it and where it would bring me in life. And there was just this back and forth battle in my head. What would I want to do with my life? Where would I go with this? And I just kind of told myself, you know what, this is a great skill. It's great for jobs, especially. It looks great on reports. Interpreters are always needed. So I figured that that would be a good job to have. So I started the French Essentials maybe a month ago. It's been on and off with it. Life catches up, and sometimes you get too busy to do it. So I'll do at least I try to do like a chapter a night or a chapter every other night. So that way I'm at least catching up. And I just finished it. I finished the second quiz, and now I am on the intermediate French book, which is actually at my nightstand. So I don't want to go get it right now for the sake of this video. But I would like to tell you that it's okay to have those times when you feel lost and you miss a day of French. It's not going to kill you. Now, if you miss French for a week or a month, then yeah, I would start practicing right away. But what I've also done to keep myself on the French track is putting French videos or watching French videos on YouTube, subscribing and following French channels and Instagrams on, of course, Instagram and YouTube. And having those in my social media helps a lot. Knowing that I'll always be able to scroll through my social media feed and then find a French material in there somewhere. So usually I'll be scrolling and I'm following a channel right now where they'll post like mini French quizzes, and they'll give you like, oh, here's a sentence, now ABC, what does it mean? Or which word would I use for blank space? So that really does help. Making sure that you expose yourself and have constant exposure to the language is very, very, very important, and making sure that it's always in your head. Here's just like some other French books that I got from Living Language. So I got the package, and the package looks like this, the complete edition. So it's going to be a box. I got it off of Amazon for about $42, paperback. And the books are fantastic. I seriously love them. And, I saw these on YouTube videos. People were talking about them. And I had no experience with any serious programs for language learning. Of course, I use apps. I use an app like Busuu. Busuu is a great, great, great application too. In my next video, I hope to talk about it more and the applications that I use. Today, I just kind of wanted to focus on the books and everything. But the Living Language, it's just been so fantastic. It's a lifesaver, and it really there's quizzes built into the books. So I think in the farther ahead you go, the thicker the book gets, and the more quizzes you'll experience. You're going to have that constant exposure. The one problem with Living Language and books, however, is speaking. So you're not going to be as exposed to speaking as you would like to be or should be. I know that my reading level is around an A2, beginner to intermediate level, but my speaking is still around a late A1. I've been doing Polyglot Conference Global 2020, and I talked with French speakers in the French Earth Exchange, and that was interesting. I kept forgetting words like droll and just simple phrases that I thought I would know after reading it about it so much, and it just didn't come to me. So that was another problem that I experienced, but I'm trying to move forward from that. So I'm just going to go ahead and show these. They do come with an audio, which helps with speaking. The audio, I would say it has around, let's see, the audio comes in this little orange package, and it's gonna look like this, and it's kind of got like a folder for it, like a old style CD case. So it's gonna come with 3 CDs for each thing, so in total you're gonna have 9. So I have 3 CDs for French Essentials, 3 CDs for French Intermediate, and 3 CDs for French Advanced. Um, I haven't used the CDs because I don't have a CD player, so I would have to get them transferred from a hard drive or have them put onto an SD card, which is really tedious. I would like to just get them on a digital download. So if any of you guys know how to do that, please tell me so I don't have to go and find a transfer studio. Okay. Um, Finally, the living language books, they come with a journal or a notebook. It's small, to say the least. I haven't used it at all. I have another notebook that I'm currently using, and I think I'll show you that in a different video. But it's kind of just there. I guess you could use it, and it is nice to have that extra paper. I'll make sure to use it in the future if I ever get the chance, especially with my advanced book. My French notebook is filling up pretty fast with facts and notes, and constantly making sure I know, oh, which verb conjugation is this? What is this? Writing down what I see on YouTube or Netflix, just always keeping that around me. I'm constantly using that, but if I ever happen to run out of paper, notebook, right? Um, so I hope you guys did enjoy what I had to show today. I know it was really short, and it's kind of just like a basic introduction to what I have and what you can get. Most of these are off of Amazon. Amazon for this, Amazon for the living language books and all of that. Really, really basic stuff. I do hope that when you get the chance, you'll give language learning a try. And remember, you don't have to be older to do language learning. You can be my age. I'm 16. And language learning just really kind of came to me. It inspired me a lot for what I want to do in life, and I hope it does the same for you. So if you like this video, please give it a like and a thumbs up, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.